Now, big news coming from Sri Lanka, where opposition leader Sajith Premadasa has withdrawn from the race to become president of the island nation. And this is in order to support a rival candidate. Remember, the parliament will choose the new president tomorrow. And he tweeted, "For the greater good of my country that I love and the people I cherish, I hereby withdraw my candidacy for the position of president." He put this out on Twitter, in where he added that the alliance and the opposition partners will work hard now towards making Dullas Alahapperuma the winner. So that is a surprise move by opposition leader who was a front runner in the race to President Sajith Premadasa. They're withdrawing from the president race. And remember, this comes after 100 days of protest and Gotabaya Rajapaksa fleeing the country, that now tomorrow the parliament in Sri Lanka will choose a new president. Acting president currently is the former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, and protesters weren't very happy with that either. So tomorrow the elections will take place. So Sajith Premadasa there tweeting that for the greater good of my country that I love and the people I cherish, I withdraw my candidacy. Let's go across to Shrija now for more. So Shrija, Sajith Premadasa withdrawing his candidacy in favour of another candidate.
Well, this was actually expected in the last at least 2 days. That was the buzz that was going around. But of course, at least about a few days ago, Mr. Sajith Premadasa, the leader of the principal opposition, SJB in Sri Lanka, did of course take to Twitter saying that he will be running for the post of the president. But now we see he's, after arriving at a consensus, they had called for a party meet in terms of the opposition party, SJB, along with Dullas Alahapperuma. We see they have arrived at a consensus saying that he will be backing Alahapperuma, who will be running for the presidential post. So now we see from 4, we are looking at only, it's come down to 3 candidates. As far as the other candidates are concerned, of course, Ranil Wickremesinghe, he is going to be backed by the SLPP, which is a majoritarian party in Sri Lanka. As far as Dullas Alahapperuma is concerned, he's backed by some of the members from the SLPP itself and as well as the opposition. Then you have the third candidate, Anuradha Dissanayake, backed by the MPP. As far as Mr. Sajith Premadasa is concerned, he is withdrawn from the race of the president, and in a tweet he did go on to talk about how it's an alliance as well as opposition partners will work towards making Mr. Alahapperuma victorious. What's more important to note here is that this was something which was being worked out by Mr. Sajith Premadasa as well as Dullas Alahapperuma, because if you're really looking at the candidates, if they're going to stand individually for the presidential race, we understand that Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe had an edge over the others, because as far as the 225, the entire Sri Lankan parliament, if we're talking about, including the speaker, we understand Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe had an edge over the other candidates, with at least being able to garner anywhere between 80 to 85 to 90 votes. But as far as Sajith Premadasa was standing only between 65 to 70 votes, and as far as Alahapperuma is concerned, it was also anywhere between 25 to 50 votes. So this was the difference, the numbers game that we had seen as far as the candidates are concerned. But now to keep Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, now that has been the primary demand, not just of the protesters, but also the opposition parties, to keep Ranil Wickremesinghe out of this race, or probably, in fact, to ensure he stays out of power. We see if Sajith Premadasa has offered to, get into an alliance with Dullas Alahapperuma to also offer his support.
All right.